Hi guys. Hi everyone. Can you hear me? So I wanted to have a quick little hangout live stream. Not really with like any strict agenda to discuss, just kind of whatever. I did have like um a little bit of an update with the Quinton Simon case. They did tweet, the Chatham Police Department did tweet saying that they have um, um, stopped their search as far as today, but they will reconvene tomorrow. So they're going to search every day till about 6 o'clock in the evening, and then they will um, shut it down and shut back up the next day. So yeah, I'll share you guys. Which I guess we can't really expect them to be out there all day, every day. I mean, I get it. So they're gonna search from like 8 in the morning to like 5, 6 in the evening. So the Chatham County Police Department shared this photo, and it said the FBI ended their search at the landfill for the day. It will start again tomorrow morning and could last days, even weeks. So there's that. They'll be back to searching tomorrow. Also, I did get an email, and if you're here, I'm not going to call you out by name, but if you are here, thank you. It was from someone that, from my understanding, they live in the area, and they said that even though there were, the police said they were not searching, there were searches. The police said there were no like active or public searches, or they worded it in a way that made me think, do they have somebody out there? But I think really what they were doing, y'all please know that the police updates are because of the attention this case has received. Please know that they are telling certain things about 2 or 3 days after what they have done, which would make a lot of sense, I think, because if they tell every move they make is kind of feeding Leilani, information or whatever. So yeah, I did hear that they were actually there over the weekend. Also what I heard, yeah, the flowers died, being baby Brooklyn. I cannot keep flowers alive. Sean gets me flowers every fall, and he gets me a very big fall bouquet. And I love flowers, and I try to keep them alive, but I just can't. So one thing that I want to show you guys, because I was watching and I did notice that, like, okay, so if you watch Dolly Vision, like Bullhorn Betty was like screaming about the chief, about them not doing anything over the weekend, and was like, and I'm not trying to start a problem with Bullhorn Betty. I'm just saying, I think if she knew this, it might would help her understand better. She was yelling about nothing being done over the weekend, and she was like, how can y'all sleep at night knowing that y'all left a baby out there all weekend? Well, if you look at the landfill now, they had to prepare. So what they did was they went over the weekend, which, like I said, I've heard that they actually were searching over the weekend, but they had to get the proper equipment. They had to go and get the proper equipment, which would be these things right here, these pieces of equipment right here. You guys see those? They literally had to get those bulldozers. They had to go rent these things or find people. They had to go rent them, essentially. I don't know if police and the FBI keep bulldozers on hand, but from what I'm hearing, so there was a drone flying above the landfill, right? Over the weekend, they actually, right by the landfill where all the trash was like piled up, right beside it, a little bit to the right of it, they cleared a big spot off. A big spot off. They cleared a big old spot off, right? And then they had to get the manpower and the equipment and a specific team together. And what they did, that's what they were doing over the weekend. They was acquiring this team. They was getting people that was coming in from out of town together. They were getting all the equipment that they would need, and they was getting the land prepared so things could run as smoothly as possible. So it was not like over the weekend everybody was just, sitting around twiddling their thumbs, not worried about it. Because I was kind of bothered as well. I was like, why are they not searching for this baby? Who cares if it's the weekend? Search for the baby. But the reason why, they did not announce a search is because they were there, but they were really preparing more than anything. They was making that clearing because essentially what's happening is they're using bulldozers and the scoopers. What's those pieces of equipment that scoop? Is that a bulldozer? Anyways, so they cleared this area and they were using these big pieces of equipment to go and get a bunch of the waste, move it to this clear area, dump it, and then these men, so they could go through it one by one, one by one, one by one. And then they were putting it in these green buckets, from my understanding. So as they went through each piece of garbage, they would put it in the green bucket and then have it moved to another area until they get that whole landfill completely searched. So, like I said at first, I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible that they're not out there over the weekend. But I am hearing that is not at all what happened. That the police and the FBI were out there over the weekend. Yeah, the police, they're working on this case 24/7. They won't charge her. They want to charge her, but they have to have a solid case. Exactly. There was another, I want to show you guys where that aerial. There was a video of like a drone flying over. Um, okay, let's see. I want to find the video of the aerial footage. Did you guys? We watched it earlier. When I was live earlier, we watched that footage of the um the landfill, and it showed that there was a big clearing. From what I'm being told, that clearing was made this weekend. That was made so they would. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. Let's see. So over the weekend, they got all these men together. Men came from out of town. They had to get all the equipment, like the shovel things. Oh, right there, right there, right there. Hold on, let me. Sorry, I'm not getting it. All right, so right here. Crap, I thought I pushed pause. Pause thing, pause. Okay, so this right here, this is a like aerial shot. Um, those little rows is literally like men standing there in front of their like rows of garbage. And then you see like a piece of equipment back there. So up the way is the actual landfill with all the garbage, right? And those pieces of machines, they are going up there, getting big scoops of trash to come down there and put it on that open spot. Um, so that's what's happening here. They were working over the weekend. They just could not start like a full blown active search 100% because they had to get the area ready. They had to get the people there. They had to get the equipment there. They had to, like they said, deploy a special team, and um, there was a process to this. So I did hear, like, on Dolly's channel, a lot of people kind of like over the weekend, y'all just left them there. But I don't think that was the case. I mean, I don't think they were there and they were setting this up. Um, so they have ended their search for today. Um, from what they're saying now, if anybody does stay out there, that could be up to them. This area is being guarded, from my understanding, so people just can't go out there. Now, I did hear that um, over on Dolly's channel that someone from the house came out and yelled, "They're never gonna find Quinton." Who all saw that? Who all saw them? Who all saw who is believed to be Leilani's sister come out and say, or it was a female. When Dolly and Bullhorn Betty and all the protesters were out there, someone come out at some point and said they're never going to find Quinton, which was disturbing and it would make me mad. Why do they think that? Why would she say that? Does she have information that we don't have? That was irritating to hear that. Well, I didn't hear that. I was told about it. That was irritating to hear that someone said that. And from my understanding, they're saying it was Leilani's sister, but I wasn't even aware that she had a sister. But it would make sense because in Billy Joe Howe's TikToks, there were a few TikToks that had another girl in it with Leilani. I can't see it. And Billy Joe had photos of this other girl on the TikTok. So I guess maybe she does have possibly. But I'm hearing that they're saying that it was Leilani's sister that yelled, "They're never going to find Quinton," which is just devastating. Something in that statement of "never going to find him" tells me that we possibly have the wrong information. It definitely makes me question things. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, today it got really wild over on Dolly's channel. Thank you, Jody. I got your email too. Um, yeah, I'm just very hopeful that this baby is found soon. I'm hopeful that she at least gave them some sort of information, or maybe because they're also being said that they have her own footage disposing of the body at a garbage um, in a garbage can down the street from her house. Yes. Billy Joe came out today yelling. One of her brothers came out today yelling. Now, mind you, one of her other brothers is in prison for murder. So the other one, who I looked him up on Facebook, and he seemed like a decent guy. Like the other brother that is, clearly not in prison for murder. Um, I mean, but I'm like, they just need to go in the house and go in the house, go in the house. It's and I heard people saying, you guys are violent. Like you guys are violent. Eggs got thrown. The police got yelled at. Um, no, thank you. It's hard to watch people say so much things that are untrue. I couldn't imagine. Um, well, I can. I've been subjected to YouTube channels saying things about me that are completely not true. Yeah, the police went out there 2 times today. Yeah. Which is another thing that I'll address in this video is during my time on YouTube, I've had my fair share of, problems with other creators. Not many. Um, Problematic creators. The only issues I've ever had is with creators that are like known to be problematic. And Right now, there's one telling his audience that I struck his channel, which is completely untrue. Hey, a Dizzle for Shizzle has been a member for 2 months. Thank you, a Dizzle for Shizzle. Thank you so much. Um, a lot of people are saying that house reminds them of the Amityville horror house. A lot of people are saying that actually. Thank you for instilling some truth on this page, Jody. Sometimes I don't always know what to believe, but I appreciate that Elle is very careful with her opinions. Yeah, thank you, Jody, for giving us any information that you can. Baby girl Jasmine, number one. What's your opinion of what happened today? I mean, I think it got a little out of hand at times. I was like, whoo, everybody calm down. And I get it. I have 6 children. I love kids. And I was frustrated, like, why are they not searching this weekend? Like, I thought about Quinton multiple times throughout the weekend. Like, we had football games, and when we were there, it was hot. And several times I thought that poor baby's body is just out there, and nobody's looking for it. But I had to think to myself, and I did, there has to be a good reason. If that is the case, there has to be a good reason. If they're not looking, there's something happening for why they're not looking. I'm going to watch another channel. I was trying to give Cate another down. Thank you. There was some guy that was doing a lot of yelling and a lot of cursing today, which isn't my cup of tea, because I'm like, you got neighbors out there, they got children, stand outside, protest all you want. But to be out there, MFer, that's disrespectful to the surrounding people, Um, so I'm actually shocked that the cops didn't do it. I mean, to me, like, yes, you can protest. It is a constitutional right to protest, but you have to peacefully protest. You cannot protest and put yourself in danger. Like, some of the people were like getting in the road, and the cops had to go tell them, you got to stay out of the road. Also, you can be arrested for disturbing the peace, which at times I felt like if I was living there in that area, I feel like my peace would have been disturbed, and so would my children's peace. Like, the babysitter lives right down the block, and she has 6 children. And they know Quinton. They knew Quinton. Quinton stayed at their house. So they're already going through it. And then to have, people outside yelling and screaming and MF for this and MF for that. I'm all about standing outside that house protesting. And, if Billy Joe comes out saying, hey, where's Quinton? Tell Leilani we want to know where Quinton is. I support that. I would love to go out there. Like, if I had the time to where I could go out there, I would, but I can't. But I would not be out there screaming MFer, blah, blah. I would be out there if she come out, where's the baby? Tell us where the baby is. Things such as that. That's why they never wanted anybody to help search for him. They had to search for a few, but they already knew. They have been in and out of the house multiple times. Yeah. So, we'll talk more about Quinton. I do want to touch on one other thing really quickly. But I do have this other creator who I try not to pay no mind to because he's pretty irrelevant. But he's doing something. He's trying to hurt my channel. First off, he publicly announced that he was trying to take my channel down for vet bashing, which I did not vet bash him at all. You guys can go back and watch the videos. I just said, I wonder if he is a vet. I just asked, I wonder if he is. This is someone that I've known since 2019, who has lied on me repeatedly. And, like, I can prove that he's lied on me, like, numerous times. So I know that he is, in fact, a liar. Yeah, irrelevant is an understatement. I know. Like, if I wanted to do, like, an expose on him to prove that he is a liar, I mean, you guys know that Without a Crystal Ball versus Without a Crystal Ball channel that, like, puts, like, one video of Cate saying, my favorite color is blue. And then the next video is like, oh, I hate blue. My favorite color is pink. I've never liked blue. Like that. Like, I could literally do this with that other creator, but I try not to be involved in, like, drama too much. Like, I don't like drama because I don't need it. to make my channel do good, you know. But sometimes I'm human. When things happen, I feel the need to defend myself, which usually turns into drama, and I just don't want nothing to do with that. I love that channel too, Stephanie. But this creator is um, a known liar. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. But I can't. The kids got homecoming week this week, and they got homecoming dance this week. My niece's birthday is Friday. We have games Saturday. I got a whole lot going on. Um, Sophie, so we're switching the subject right now. We're going to go back to talking about Quinton again in just a little bit. But we're talking about another creator who he wears the fingerless gloves. You know, I'm not going to name him because I don't even care to name him. Um, but he is a liar. It is known. Anybody that knows of him knows that he has been caught lying multiple times. He just lies, right? And if I wanted to expose him for lying, I could all day long. But I don't care. I don't care. Um, but the other day, he said that I was vet bashing him. I was not. My husband is a vet. I lived that military life. I was with my husband through his last tour. And because I know that this man has lied, I just said, I wonder. I don't know if he is. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Here's the thing, if he is, I appreciate that. And I was contacted by someone that said he legit is. So thank you for your service. I appreciate anybody that serves in the military because I know what that takes. So I've said it before, like if he is, I appreciate him for his service. That's the only thing I'll ever appreciate him for is his service. Nothing else ever, you know. But I have said that. So it was never like I was like, oh, he's a terrible blah 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 blah. It was just anything to do with that. It was literally like, is he really though? And he turned it into this whole big old thing, saying that I was vet bashing, saying that it was against TOS. Here's the thing, I double checked TOS. There are protected groups. Veterans is a protected group, but it says you cannot lodge hate speech against vets. It does not say you can't say, I don't know if this person is a vet. I mean, literally, there are entire channels that go after people for pretending to be vets. I mean, there's literally a term for it because it's so, it's called Stolen Valor, and there are Stolen Valor channels. So if it was against TOS to question, those channels would not exist. They would not exist. But it's not against TOS to say, I wonder, or I don't know if I believe that. Hate speech against the vet, that is against TOS. Inciting violence against protected groups, that is against TOS. I mean, I double checked the terms of services. He reported my channel, which nothing's going to happen. And if it does, I will fight it because I was well within my rights to say, I wonder. I mean, this man literally has accused me of lying about so many things. When my nephew passed away and these screenshots came out about my nephew's death, where someone, allegedly said, good, I'm glad he died. Unirock accused, oh crap, I wasn't going to say his name. This man accused me of making those screenshots. He literally was like, so that means on the night that her nephew passed away, rather than being with her family, she was faking screenshots to make this other YouTuber look bad. No. The night my nephew passed away, I was with my family. I was at the hospital. We were at the hospital most of the day, and then we went to my sister's house where I stayed there with my family and got home at about 8:30 that night, which is then where someone contacted me and said, have you heard what this person said about your nephew? And sent me the screenshots. I did not make, so it's okay. It's okay for this man to accuse me of making fake screenshots about my nephew's death. But it's not okay for me to say, I wonder, I don't know if I believe that. I mean, to the people that support him, and just ask yourself that. I mean, I was literally dealing with the loss of my 2.5-year-old nephew. And that's what he was over there saying on his channel. I mean, this man attacked me when I was going through the worst time of my life. Okay? Had no sympathy at all for the fact that I just lost a family member. None whatsoever. I mean, literally in the past month, I've lost an uncle and my grandpa. But guess what? He's still over there doing? Running his mouth, trying to take my channel down. He admitted that. He admitted that he is reporting my channel. He is trying to get my channel taken down because I vet bashed him. I did not vet bash him. I don't vet bash. I questioned. I wondered. I said, I wonder, because I know that he lies. And, usually people that get caught participating in stolen valor, guess what? They are liars. They are known liars. Their family's like, yep, he's always lied about things. He's always been a liar. He's always lied about the most ridiculous things. You know what I'm saying? So literally, I mean, I can show you guys, it's clearly not against TOS, because for me to say, I wonder, I don't know if I believe him. I mean, when you've had someone lie on you the way this man has lied on me, when he says other things that don't line up or that you thought didn't line up, then you might say, well, I wonder, So top 10 Stolen Valor moments. 7.9 million views. Stolen Valor Village Idiots of 2022. The King of Stolen Valor documentary. I mean, Dan, funniest Stolen Valor videos. Veteran of 506 calls out fake ranger at Oxford Valley Mall. 10 million views. Stolen Valor competition. I mean, literally, if it was against TOS to just say, I don't know if I believe it, none of these channels would exist. And you guys, there's more. I mean, there's literally Stolen Valor, top 10, best Stolen Valor compilation, Stolen Valor, top Stolen Valor moments. There's a ton of these. Okay, so if it was against TOS, none of these channels, they do get a lot of views. This one got 7.9 million. This one got 1 million, 1 million, 5.3 million, 10 million, 281K, 2.3 million, 196K, 195K, 317K, 1.6 million, 63K, 662K, 1.5 million, 1.9 million, 3.6 million, 1 million, 10K, 718K, 558K. I mean, they get some views, okay? So it's not that it is against the rules to question. It is against the rules to incite. We'll look. TOS again, YouTube TOS. Because what he did, from my understanding, was he just showed this. From my understanding, he just showed this. Where is it at? So over down here, it says like harassment and cyberbullying policies. And then if you read it, it says content that threatens individuals is not allowed on YouTube. We also do not allow content that targets an individual with prolonged or malicious insults based on intrinsic attributes. These attributes include their protected group status or physical traits, right? So he's like this, and then click on the protected groups. There it is, veterans status, right? But this is what it says down here if you continue reading. Hate speech is not, or up here, hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes: age, case, disability, ethnicity, gender identity and expression, nationality, race, immigration status, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, victims of a major violent event, and their kin, veteran status. He just showed this, from my understanding. Like, oh, veteran status, see? But what this policy means for you. I want to blow this up a little bit so you guys can't see it. What this policy means, right? So Don't post content on YouTube if the purpose of the content is to do one or the more following: encourage violence against individuals or groups based on any of the attributes noted above, which I did not. I've never encouraged violence against anyone, especially him. We don't allow threats on YouTube. We treat implied cause of violence as real threats. You can learn more about our policies on threats and harassment. Incite hate against individuals or groups based on any of the attributes noted above, which I did not incite hate. I did not. These policies applies to videos, descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product and feature. Please note these policies also apply to external links in your content. This can include clickable URLs, verbally directing users to other sites and videos, as well as other forums. For educational content that includes hate speech, the context must appear in the image or audio in the video itself. Providing it in the title or description is insufficient. So in rare cases, we may remove content or issue other penalties when a creator repeatedly encourages abusive audience behavior. I did not do that. Repeatedly targets, insults, and abuses a group based on the attributes noted above across multiple uploads. I've only talked about him about 3 times. Could you please, my post? Expose a group. Let's see. Sorry, I got kind of thrown off. Expose a group with attributes noted above to risk of physical harm based on the local, social, and political context. Create content that harms the YouTube ecosystem by persistently inciting hostility against a group with attributes noted above for personal financial gain. Example, here are some examples of hate speech not allowed on YouTube. I'm glad this violent event happened. They got what they deserved, referring to a person with the attributes noted above. Person with attributes noted above are dogs, or the person with attributes noted above are like animals. I think that's kind of like lax hate speech, but I've still never incited any hate speech. I just questioned, and I never said him as a soldier is a terrible person. Him in general, outside of that status that he may have. So it doesn't, I did not incite hate. I did not encourage violence against him. But he did say the other day that he was reporting me for vet bashing, right? Now I have a really good feeling that he's already done that. I haven't gotten anything from YouTube, and if he does, I will fight it 100%. I will fight it because there is absolutely no reason why a channel like mine would get taken down for hate speech. But someone like his, who has multiple videos about me, and someone like you know who, that has literally been sued going on how many times now, can stay up. If my channel gets taken down, but somebody like his and hers stays up, oh, you best believe I'm fighting it. And then he's also admitted to torturous interference, which we learned about that through, Without a Crystal Ball's lawsuits, that if you admit to trying to take away someone's income and you do that through lies, then you can be on the line for torturous interference. And if he takes my channel down, I will fight it first. And I absolutely will sue him. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Because my channel is used. This is my job. I want to continue to grow my channel. It helps take care of my family. So he literally admitted that he's trying to take my channel down. Mine and a few other channels. Could you imagine if I got taken down, but somebody with like the likes of him? I mean, if he, the fact that he could report me when I've literally done maybe 3 videos about him, and he's done probably over 50 on me, that is wild. Like, who is really bullying who here? The one that's done 3? And each 3 was to address something that he said about her. You know what I'm saying? Or like one video was to address that he went on Molly's panel, and it was that's still about me. He went on Molly's panel, and he had been calling me a scammer, Molly a scammer, Justin a scammer, for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then when he got on panel with them, Molly said, "You've been calling us scammers," and he goes, "Oh no, I didn't. I don't think so." I mean, the second he got on her panel, he says, "Hey, I don't hate you guys. I really think it's been a big misunderstanding." Well, what makes you think that? How do you know? Maybe they're watching your content. You know, what would make you feel like it's been a misunderstanding? They are literally just to look at your thumbnails and the way, um, Emma, go out and come back in and see if it'll pop up then. Why would anyone even want to try to take your channel down? I never sent it. I don't know. I speak my opinion on them every once in a while. Very rarely. But they literally have video after video after video. I mean, honestly, before this live, I should have went to his channel and looked at how many videos he has on me. I mean, it's wild how many videos he has with my name in the title. It's a lot. Let's see. I'll count right now. And he's got 2 channels. So I'm just going to do just one. 20 hours ago. Elle Bee, Leslie Bass strikes me. No, I did not. I did not strike him. Why would I strike him? So 1, 2, 3. So just 3 in the past 5 days he's done on me. Probably some of these with Molly's name in the title is about me as well. He lumps me and Molly together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, in the past 2 months, I see 11, which probably is more that I'm missing. In the past 2 months, he's done 11 videos on me. I've done like 3 on him in like the past 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So it's really wild that he would report me. Molly is another channel. So it's so crazy. And let me tell you guys, I mean, back in the day, he really used to go after me. Let's see if I could just pull it up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, mind you, he had 3 channels, I think, right? Didn't he have 3 channels at one time? Now he has 2. So this is 25. I mean, well, we know at least 25. And that's just on this channel. That's not including the channel that I guess was taken down. I don't even know where his other channel went. This is Rock a Lot, so Uni Rock 2, I guess is what it's called. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this one. That's such BS to have that in your title that I struck you when I didn't. That's such BS. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. So far on the other channel. How many did we say on that one channel? What were we at? And that's just the ones with my name in the title. That's just the ones with my name in the title. So say, for instance, he don't put my name in the title, but he still talks about me. God knows how many that is, you know? I hope, Jay. I mean, I hope they're not, but YouTube can be unfair at times. I mean, to be honest, they can be pretty unfair at times. So, I mean, literally, could you guys imagine this man who's done 20 plus videos on me on each channel? Or what was I at? Like 13 on this one, 20 on the other one? Reporting me and having me taken down. Hey, Brittany from Indiana. India. Hey, Brittany from Indiana. Could you guys imagine? But yet, I do 3 maybe on him. I mean, let's go see how many I've done on him. Oh, that's the wrong thing. 2. I have 2. And I can show you guys the dates of each of these. So one was September 22nd. And I went live and I had been watching Renelle's video. And I had a live stream planned and I was in the middle of watching Renelle's video. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live reaction to Renelle's video. So I did. And mind you, Unirock has been lying on me, talking crap about me for a hot minute now. And then on September 5th, I did Unirock loses his balls when joining Molly and Justice panel. And I thought it was really wild that all this time he has attacked me and them, saying that we're liars, that we're having fraudulent fundraisers, saying that we're scammers. And then the second he gets on panel with them, he completely changes. Oh, I assure you it's a big misunderstanding. I don't have a problem with you guys. I like you guys. You know, and then when Justin was like, why did you say that I'm the type of guy that would have sex with a dead corpse? Why did you say that? I didn't say that. And Justin's like, yeah, you did. You did say that. He's like, no, I didn't say that. Like everything that they asked him, why did you do this? Why did you do I didn't do that. I didn't say that. So I thought it was really wild that this man could not, you know, say these things to people's faces that he so gladly does on his own channel where people's not there to defend themselves, right? Oh, Brittany, you had a baby girl? Yay, congratulations. That is awesome. Babies are the biggest blessing. The biggest blessing. Congratulations. Why hasn't he went after Renelle? I don't know. Has he not went after Renelle? I'm really not sure. But it's so wild. I mean, literally, I just did the search so you guys can see. I mean, I'm going to do the search where you guys can see in case he tries to lie. All right, so here is, this shows my videos, right? Which, wait, you guys can't see that. I'm going to double check because I think it is only 2. That's all I remember, but I'm going to double check. So up here, I put Uni Rock. Oh, sorry. Uni Rock, right? It's just these 2. There's no other arrow to go see more. It's just these 2. You know, it is 2 videos. That's it of Uni Rock ever. So it's just so strange. Yes, what did you name your baby girl? Which, if you don't feel, not the last name, don't tell the last name, but I would love to know what you named your. Mine is Lola and Frankie. Oh, I love that. Lola, I love the name Lola, and I have a relative named Frankie. Um, so yeah, I am not the only creator that he is trying to take down. He admitted that um, he is trying to take me down, Charlotte, Molly. Did he say Justin too? Oh, Mel, this has nothing to do with Molly, babe. Uni has been going after me since 2019, and I didn't even know Molly then. Uni is friends with Katie. Um, and what happened back in 2019 was when Uni was not even a part of this community that I knew of. He was some other community. But Steve McCray brought him in because Steve McCray wanted Uni to cover what was going on between him and Katie. The fact that Katie accused Steve of sexually harassing her, and Katie accused Steve of medical fraud, right? So Steve brought Uni into this fold and was like, I want you to do an expose video on her and what she's accusing me of, post the proof that she's lying, la di da di da. So they become buddies. And then me and Steve, oh, thank you. Me and Steve got to know each other when me and Katie started bumping heads. Well, because him and Katie bumped heads. So when me and Katie bumped heads, me and him got to know each other. And then when Katie instructed people to flag my channel and told people to report my channel, and then later that day my channel went down, Uni was all about proving that it was Katie, that Katie was the one that took my channel down, that Katie had lied on Steve about the essay and the medical fraud. But Steve and Uni was on a live stream one evening, and they got into this little bit of a disagreement because Uni was saying something and Steve was saying that it wasn't correct the way he was saying it. And Uni wouldn't stop to listen to what Steve was saying. He just continued on, and Steve's like, that's not right. So Uni, I think, kicked Steve off, or Steve got mad and left the stream. And Steve immediately took to YouTube, to Twitter, to tweet that Uni was saying the wrong thing, and that if he would have just stopped for a minute, he could have gave him the correct information. And people was like, Steve's tweeting about you saying that you had the correct, didn't have the correct information. And Uni was like, really? Really? I mean, mind you, they were friends and they had been working together for like a couple months at this point, right? Uni had literally done videos saying Steve was right, Katie was a troll. He had proof that Katie was a troll. He had proof that Katie struck my channel. He knew Katie struck my channel. Literally, there's videos of him saying all of this. The second he found out that Steve was tweeting about him because they gotten that little bit of a tip on the stream, he's like, you know what? Fine then, Steve. I'm not going to do the video defending you. And I'm not going to defend Leslie. And I'm not going to do this. And from that point on, Uni did not like me. This was back in 2019. So the fact that I went on a panel with Molly just was like more reason for him to come after me. But he already did. When my nephew died, he literally attacked me so bad. Right after my nephew died, when I was falsely arrested, he attacked me so bad. So yeah, I mean, he has come after me. Um, so yeah, now he is trying to take me and Charlotte and Molly and a few other people. I think it's us three, right? Is it just us three? Reality Steve? No. This Steve is like philosophy Steve or something along those lines. Um, but let me show you guys this because it's really, he said, wait, let me, he said you faked the email banning your channel and this Steve did a fundraiser. Right, exactly. And none of those things were true. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. Back for more tonight. Late but no notification. I'm so sorry. Um, and the thing is first off, I didn't fake an email banning my channel. I mean, they literally said that I lied about my channel even being banned. They was like, they tried to say that it was first. They was like, her channel wasn't really banned. It's not really banned. She's lying to blame Cate, so people will feel bad for her. So then I had to post me trying to get on my channel. I had to literally try to go live and show them, no, here you guys, here's me trying to go live, you know, to prove that no, that wasn't a lie. My channel was down. Then I lost my nephew and I decided to get off the internet for a while because I had way too much going on. My nephew passed away. The day my nephew passed away, Sean came down with COVID. We didn't know what it was. And then I came down with COVID at like his wake. I got really, really, really sick and had to leave his wake a little bit early because I was so sick. And all the while, I have Unirock and Cate over there bashing me, lying on me. Steve never done a fundraiser for me. What he did do though was after my channel went down, he brought me on a live stream and he said, every super chat that we get tonight, I'm going to give it to you. I do not have a friend named Busy. He said, because your channel is down, all the super chats that I get tonight, I'm going to give them to you. That's not a fundraiser, you guys. I mean, it would literally be like if I brought your drunk uncle on and we're chatting, and your drunk uncle told me I lost my job, you know, or we're on like a hiatus for my job. We're like on downtime or whatever. It's like when you work in warehouses, they have like weeks where they're like on downtime where you don't work as much or something like that. It would literally be like if I brought your drunk uncle on and he told me I'm not getting to work that much because of XYZ. And I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You got a large family. It's the holidays. Christmas is coming up. You know what? All the super chats that I get tonight on the stream, I'm going to give them to you. That's not a fundraiser. It was literally one stream where he said that. It was either right before we went live or right after we went live. He said that you had copyright strikes and the letter from YouTube was a template from 2016 and there were a ton of misspellings. There actually was a misspelling. How did you know? Really? I'm sorry. And I was shocked to see that. I don't know about the template. I never looked into anything. What I can tell you is they said I had 3 copyright strikes. If you get 3 copyright strikes, your channel gets shut down. You're terminated. If you get 3 copyright strikes in 90 days, you are shut down. And that's what they tried to say that I got. And yeah, I did not even ask Steve to do that. He just did it. And I even said, are you sure? Like, you don't have to do that. And he's like, no, I want to. And I appreciated that, you know? But Cate for sure knew as a creator, it's 3 strikes and you're out. But they was telling everyone that I got 3 copyright strikes. Now I think maybe he mentioned you to try to get a response. And Jay, he does that. He is one of those people that likes to, he takes after Cate, like he goes after larger creators, hoping for a back and forth. And I'm not going to give him a back and forth. He has went after me since 2019, and I rarely ever even address this. The reason why I am addressing this though is because it can, like, he's trying to take my channel down. He's admitted that. And then he did a live stream where he told people that I struck him. I'll show you guys. Literally 20 hours ago, he did a live stream saying that I struck him. And you know what that'll do? Like, first off, he's already influencing his subscribers to, um, and I honestly don't think it is my URL anymore because I got a different URL, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so thumbs down. Okay. This was literally 21 hours ago. This is why I'm responding to it. And it's so wild. They're defending what I didn't do. They're defending what he's saying, and it's ridiculous. Okay. MGL loses it. Elle Bee, Leslie Bass, strikes me, privacy. Leslie Bass is her URL, YouTube name, by the way. Which, yes, it was Leslie Bass. So what happened was back in 2019, after Cate pulled my finances, after, oh, and look, that was October 17, 2022, so that was yesterday. So the reason I changed my name was because when I started YouTube, I never thought that I would get a lot of people following me. But then I had Cate attack me out of nowhere, right? And then I had her pull my finances, lie about my finances, mass flag me. I had her, the second I got arrested, she knew about it somehow. So I said, well, you know what? I want to be on YouTube for the long haul. I want this to be my job. And clearly there are some psychotic people out there, including other YouTubers. So I'm going to stop going by my real name. I'm going to get another name to go by. And hopefully 5 years down the road, nobody knows me as Leslie anymore at all. That way, if I do have some beef with some other creator, they can't put an alert on my name, which is, I guess, what Cate did. I don't know. You know, they can look up Elle Bee. Well, I mean, literally, my sister, there was a background check done on my sister's husband, like all kind of crazy stuff. My Facebook page, my private Facebook page, people got into it and was leaving comments. Like, I had to really lock it down because people was leaving nasty comments on my Facebook page, one under my daughter's photo, you know. I agree, but the reason why I am speaking up is because he is basically inciting or encouraging, without saying it, his people to strike me. Because guess what's going to happen? When when he told them that I struck him, you know what they're going to go do? His followers are going to do? They're going to be like, oh, that's wrong. Let's go strike her. Let's go report her. Let's go report her. How dare she report him? Let's go report her. And this is a income for my family. You know, I have 6 children. This is my job. And I feel like, for one, he's already said that he was trying to take my channel down. He said that. He said, I'm reporting her. I'm trying to take her channel down. And then he said, but that doesn't mean you guys have to do that. I'm not telling you guys to report her. Well, usually that's what happens. You know, I mean, if you tell your following that you're going to report someone, you've almost encouraged them to do so. Even if you say, don't do it. That's why you got to be very careful. Like, he didn't even have to announce that. He did not even have to announce that he was reporting me and trying to take my channel down. He could have just said, I'm not happy with what she did, and I'm taking care of that. I'm taking routes to take care of that. He literally said, I'm reporting her, and I'm trying to take her channel down. I think he got a little bit of backlash from that. I think he got a little bit of backlash, you know, people saying, you know, no, he didn't do that. No, she didn't do that. She's not bashing you over your veteran status. That's not what happened. You shouldn't try to take down her channel. That's like an income from her family. Don't do that. So then he had to make it okay. So you want to know why he's trying to make it okay? Is by saying, well, she struck me first. She struck me. I just found out she struck me. So you know what? Now I have every excuse to strike her back because she struck me. Well, I tell you guys, I did not strike him. I did not strike him. First off, I've started going back by my real name because him and Cate won't stop using it. I'm never going to be able to get away from it because they don't stop using it. And they intentionally don't stop using it. when I changed my name to Elle Bee, I said, y'all, I'm changing my name to Elle Bee because I want to get away from my real name. My family doesn't deserve to be brought into, YouTube drama I may have with another creator. Um, Certain things should not happen, like people's, finances being pulled, things like that. So I'm going by a different name. And I even told my people, I hope in years to come, everybody only calls me Elle Bee. Well, every time they would talk about me, him and Cate, they would call me Leslie Bass. Leslie Bass, Leslie Bass. And they did it to irritate me. That's what they were doing. So I finally said, you know what? No, I'm not going to give them that power to use my real name against me. So I was like, heck with it. My real name is fine. So while my real name was my URL, my channel URL, it is not anymore. Let's see. I actually changed it the other day, which you can still use it and get there, but I changed it to, I think I changed it to Elle Bee Official. Let's see if that's it. So it is not my URL anymore. I gotta figure it out. Let me see. It used to be, it was. Okay, so let me see how I can figure this out. But it was up until like a week ago. Just like a week ago, it was my URL, which is fine. Because I'm not saying that I don't use my real name anymore. I do. But look here, YouTube/results, search Elle Bee. But my actual, let's see. How do I find it? I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to find it because I just changed it. So it's not my URL anymore. That's not the truth. Let me see. How do I find it? Oh, okay. Oh, no, it still is. Okay, hold on. I'll show you guys. But I did change my handle. So I was mistaking it as the handle. But I have went back to using that name because they don't allow me to not, Okay, so right here, channel name Elle Bee, handle @official Elle Bee. That's my description. Channel URL is this. The youtube.com/channel/UCHV, whatever. And then custom URL is my name. But I did not report him for using my name at all. So Unirock did a video yesterday saying that I reported him, that I struck his channel for privacy, which is not true. I did not strike him at all. And somebody sent me. Someone sent me like a screenshot of Unirock, his stream, and one of his moderators saying, we have a clip of her admitting back in August that she's going to start using her real name again. So that's a false strike. No, it's not, because it isn't a strike. How are you going to try to defend me striking, that's a false strike. That's a false strike. I didn't strike him. If he got a privacy strike, that is not me. I just question, does his followers really believe the insane BS that comes out of his mouth, though? Yes. Yeah. I was around before you decided to change your name, so I used to call you by your first name in chat and comments, and took some getting used to, which I was fine with that. You know, I knew I was like, it's gonna take some people to get some used to. My about section, yeah, maybe so. I knew that I just changed my handle the other day. Let's look at my about section. It is. That is still my URL, which, like I said, it's fine because I did not strike him. Like him trying to, she struck me for privacy when it's literally her URL. Okay, it's my URL, but guess what? I did not strike you. So take the video down because you're lying. And we watched your video that he says you vet bashed him, and we know he's a trash bag, in my opinion, but I only know him from when he came on Molly and Justin's stream. Yeah. He had someone in here and just said drama. Well, that's okay. They had to subscribe to me to even comment and be subscribed for 5 minutes, which I'm sure they'll unsubscribe, but whatever. But that's so, I'm like, so I went ahead and tweeted and was like, yeah, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Elle Bee claims that it's a privacy issue to use the name Leslie Bass, though it's on her YouTube channel name and still her channel URL. I'm just a comment. I did not privacy strike you. I am fine with my name being used. So I don't know what makes you think I did, makes you think I struck you, but I did not. I don't watch you. Yeah, somebody said that's not how a strike works. I had a strike. It gave me the name, email, and address info. So you'd be able to show that. That's what I thought too. Somebody said poor Uni Rock crying all the time. So that's what I thought too. If somebody struck you in any way, that, yeah, I'll still get the view even if it's from a hater. Even if they struck you, my understanding was you knew who it was. So if I privacy strike a channel, will they know? Let's see. Okay, I want to show this as well because you guys remember Unirock and Katie said I got 3 strikes back then. What happens if you get 3 strikes on YouTube in one day? Now, this person said one day, but down here it says 3 strikes in the same 90-day period will result in your channel being permanently removed from YouTube. Again, each strike will not expire until 90 days from the time that it was issued. Note, deleting your content will not remove the strike. We may also issue a community guideline strike on a deleted account. So they've always tried to say she got three copyright strikes. That's why her channel went down for 90 days. I do have a backup channel, yeah. But that's not what it was. As you guys see right here, 3 strikes, you're out. Okay, if I privacy strike a channel, will they know? I need to figure out. Privacy strike. Privacy strike. Okay. How can I word this? Will a privacy strike show who struck channel? YouTube. Because I'm like, I think you would know, so why not just show that? Why is this saying copyright strike? No, privacy. I'm not even seeing privacy strikes. Do you get those? Okay. Okay. I'm not even saying anything about privacy strikes. Privacy strikes on YouTube. Do those exist? Okay, if your content violates, hold on. If your content violates community guidelines, your channel will get a strike. We may remove content for reasons other than community guidelines violation. For example, a first party privacy complaint or a court order. Okay, so maybe he's saying he got a first party privacy complaint. Privacy strikes. What is this for YouTube? Nope, I can't watch that. Crap. I'm really trying to figure this out because I'm like, they demanded that I show my proof. So why won't he show his? They just jelly. Right, exactly. I don't even think you get privacy strikes. Like, it has to be like a community guideline strike for violating someone's privacy. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a community guidelines thing. So, community guidelines are the rules of the road for how to behave on YouTube. If your content violates community guidelines, your channel will be issued a strike. Content content is sometimes removed for reasons other than community guidelines violations, such as okay, privacy. Okay, let's look at this because I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I want to see about this privacy situation. I want to know because somebody in the comments said you would have got an email, you would have known that it was her. So would he have? If so, can he show it? Okay. All right. We're just gonna read this really quickly, okay? You have to be a member. Oh yeah, for the Discord. Right, so community guidelines are the rules of the road. Behave on YouTube. If your content violates community guidelines, your channel will get a strike. So is he saying he did get a strike? We may remove content for reasons other than community guidelines violations. For example, a first-party privacy complaint or a court order. In these cases, you won't get a strike. Wait, for example, a first-party privacy complaint or a court order. In these cases, you won't get a strike. Okay, when you get a strike, you're told via email. You can also choose to have notifications sent to you through a mobile or computer notifications in your channel settings. We'll also tell you what content was removed, what policy it violated, harassment, violence, or privacy, I guess, how it affects your channel, what you can do next. If your content violates community guidelines, here's how it affects your channel. A warning. So we understand that mistakes happen, and that doesn't mean, and you didn't mean to violate our policies. That's what happens with the first violation is typically a warning. You only get one warning, and this warning remains on your channel. The next time that your content is found to be violating community guidelines, you'll get another strike. Sometimes a single case of severe abuse will result in channel termination without a warning. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal that warning. So first strike, if we find that your content doesn't follow our policies for a second time, you'll get a strike. The strike means that you will not be able to upload for 1 week. You will not be allowed to do the following for 1 week: upload videos, live streams, or stories, start a scheduled live stream, schedule a video to become public, create a premiere, add a trailer to an upcoming premiere or live stream, create custom thumbnails or community posts, create, edit, or add collaborators to playlists, remove playlists from a watch page using save button. Your scheduled public content is set to private for a penalty period duration. You have to reschedule it when the freeze period ends. After 1 week period, will restore full privileges automatically, but the strike remains on your channel for 90 days. The second strike, if you get a second strike within the 90-day period as your first strike, you will not be allowed to post for 2 weeks. If there are no further issues after the 2 week period, we will restore the full privilege automatically. Each strike will not expire until 90 days after the issue. 3 strikes, the same 90-day period will result in your channel being permanently removed from YouTube. Each strike will not expire until 90 days after it was issued. Note, deleting your content does not remove the strike. We may also issue a community guideline strike on deleted content. You can learn more about when we retain deleted content in our privacy policy. What to do if you get a strike. Learn about our community guidelines. If your channel has received a strike, you think it's a mistake. Okay, if your channel has received a strike and you think it was a mistake, let us know. You can appeal the decision. So, can he appeal it? Let's ask him to appeal it. Tell UniRock to appeal this privacy complaint. YouTube also reserves the right to restrict a creator's ability to create content at its discretion. Your account may be turned off or restricted from using any YouTube features. If this happens, you're prohibited from using another channel to get around these restrictions. This prohibition applies for as long as the restriction remains active on your account. Violation of this restriction is considered circumvention under the terms of service. It may result in termination of your account. Okay. When we let you know about the strike, we will let you know which kind of strike you have received. If it's a community guideline strike, we'll also tell you which policy your content violated. Some other ways to tell: community guideline strikes will be visible on your channel settings. You'll be able to see the copyright strikes in either video section of your account or video manager section of your creator studio. It's still not telling me if it'll show who did it. All apologies upgraded to an Elle Bee 2 member. Thank you so much. All apologies. Thank you. So, if he says it was a privacy complaint, which I did not. But he can appeal it. So let's appeal it, UniRock. Appeal it. Because if he really believes that it's me, and he believes that it's because he used my real name, he's got a really good appeal. Because literally my real name is everywhere. I still go by it, So he very well can fight that. And then I guess they'll tell him that's not what happened here. Like, that's not, I don't know. But it's definitely not because I struck him. I haven't even watched the video to see what else maybe he's talking about. But if someone else struck him, I would love for them to step up and say, no, I did it. That way he can stop blaming me. Because I really feel like him blaming me is going to push his people to report my channel. Which is ridiculous. Oh, thank you. All apologies. Thank you so much. I appreciate you upgrading your membership too. Thank you. If he has multiple strikes, then how is he posting content? The two are, well, I think he must have one. And it must have been just a warning, maybe? Maybe he got a warning? I don't know, because it did say if your first is a warning. But then you do get notified, I guess. He never mentions Cate. It's super irritating. It's just so, because I'm like, stop lying. Of course he's going to say that I struck him and get a ton of views, because he can't do the same content every single day. The calling Molly a scammer has been months now. Like, surely, people are getting tired of that. literally just no. I'm like, and literally he tweeted. So I have him blocked, but I have another account. And he said, Elle Bee and Molly Go Lightly, join the ranks in vet bashing creators. No, I did not vet bash, never would vet bash. And then it says, more vet bashing by two creators out of anger of being exposed for their activities. What activities? Dude, I work my butt off on my channel. And I cover way more information. I mean, I don't even cover true crime really. I'm kind of getting in that area because I do like covering true crime and I have a passion for babies and kids, and I do think a light needs to be, you know, I would like to shine a light on things like that when it happens. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. Um, but what is he taught? He has never presented any proof of any of the claims he has ever made about me. Scammer, where? What? I didn't even promote a fundraiser for Miss Letitia. Literally, I was asked on a live stream on my channel, do you have Miss Letitia's Cash App? Because we want to donate. And my mod messaged me and asked me, and I said yes. I went on Molly's channel a couple of times, Justin's channel a couple of times, but never once was I like, okay, guys, there's a GoFundMe set up for a lawyer. I mean, I never, not that I can recall. And even if, like, I had nothing to do with the GoFundMe. Like, I didn't donate to a GoFundMe. I sent money to Miss Letitia and Mr. Marvin Sr. to help out. Yay, Stacy! Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Stacy. Thank you so much. I've gotten 2 new members tonight, and I have one that upgraded. Thank you so much. Sean, can you come out for a little bit or no? I think it's like $3.99, Sophie, I think. I don't even know my own prices. I'm sorry. It's been so long. Yeah, I did not strike him. I would love to see some proof that he has. I would love to see him appeal it because I would like to see him appeal it. Show us that you're appealing it. And then they'll probably tell you when you say, oh, well, Leslie Bass goes by her real name all the time, so I don't know how she could privacy strike me. I'm assuming they would message you back and say, yeah, she's not the one that did it, you know, because I didn't. I don't know if there's some proof that I can post, like from my back end, but I didn't. I mean, let me see if there's anything that I can show on my back end. I mean, if I file some reports, I would imagine that it would be. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a way to like removals request. I don't know. This is for like channel copyright. I don't even know how you do that. Oh, you know what? You know what? If I go to his video, I bet it would say I don't know. It might would say. I get tired of him calling you scammers because Charlotte plays him a lot because of his hate. I never heard you promote any. I don't. I don't promote any fundraisers. All right, so let me see because. Okay, all right. Right here. Let me shrink it down some. But here's the video. I'm going to show it to you guys again. Now, the option for me to report it, you know, I would think that if I've reported it, that option, I wouldn't have the option to report it again. I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know. But I'm going to show you guys that at least, okay. So here's the video. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit more. Here's that particular video right there, okay? MGL loses it. Elle Bee, Leslie Bass strikes me privacy. Leslie Bass is her URL YouTube name, by the way. Okay, so if you go over here, it's got the 3 little dots, on which I'm going to be assuming, yep, so this is where you would go to report it. It's not, I can still report it, which maybe you could. So is there even a way to report this for privacy? Sexual content, violent or repulsive, hateful or abusive, harassment or bullying, harmful or dangerous, misinformation. I could report you for that one because you lied. Child abuse, promotes terrorism, spam or misleading. I could do it for that one. Infringes upon my rights. Caption issues. I don't even see a privacy. Hold on, let me scroll up a little bit. I don't even see, you guys can't see all those. I don't even see the option to report it for privacy, infringing upon my rights, maybe.
Hey, where's the other chair?
Dining room? Up against the wall? Please don't feel like you ever need to be a member. You really don't. Your support, just from watching and hanging out and thumbs up, that is enough for me. But maybe if I was to have reported it, like, I don't, maybe one of these would be grayed out. I don't know. But I don't even see an option for, okay, infringing upon my rights. Okay, it would be right here. Copyright, privacy, or other legal complaints. I don't want to do it and hit next, but I kind of want to see if I was to try to do it, if it would say, well, you've already done it, you know? Because if I had done it, I feel like surely, would it let you do it twice? I don't know. I wouldn't think so, right? Like, would it? But I haven't. So that's the thing. That's why I kind of want to go through with it to show you guys I haven't done this. Will it notify me when members see first or what have your calls? I'm noticing. So Stacy, okay, Stacy. I need to, my 2 new members. Stacy, after this live stream, Stacy, and my other new member, I will post the link to the Discord on the community tab for new members. Click that link, come into the Discord, and you will see there anytime I go live. It'll be posted in the Discord. And I'll go in and say, hey guys, I just posted a live stream. I'm going to go live at such and such time. You know? So, I ain't even had time. If I would have even, first off, I didn't know that Unirock, if I was going to report Unirock for using my real name, I would have done it back in 2019 when I was really trying to get away from it. When I came, well, it wasn't 2019. When I came back in February 2020, I really wanted people to stop using my real name. And he continued. Cate continued. He continued. Cate continued. He continued. Cate continued. So wouldn't it make the most sense that I would report both of them back then and not back when I've said, oh, well, never mind, it's fine. We're fine with it. You know, we're fine. I don't care. People can continue to use my real name. It's okay. Why would I not report him back in 2019 when I really was trying to stop people from using it? Not do it then, but do it now. That makes no sense.
Babe.
Yeah, babe.
It is so hot.
Do you want to turn the air on?
I've been trying to clean the house and like clean the kitchen. And guess what?
What?
Kendra's awake.
Is she?
Yeah.
How's she feeling?
Seems alright.
Yeah. Is there any more vegetable soup left?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to eat some of that whenever, later after we get off this live.
Well, I'm not going to be able to stay very long, I'm sure.
Yeah, Sean, he hasn't been on in a while. But if I was going to report Uni, I would have told him for sure. I would have been like, hey, I'm reporting Uni. Did I report Uni?
No, which we don't really.
I don't watch Uni.
I don't think that. Yeah, first off, we don't watch Uni, and then like we're not big on reporting. Like I wouldn't be, and I know she's not. Like she's too busy doing her own thing, covering her own material, and trying to make content. So, I mean, she literally stays so busy. She gets up in the morning. She gets the kids ready for school, and she does a lot for them. You know, we have 5 kids going to school.
6 kids going to school.
Well, the 6th one I get ready.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Thank you so much, Michael, for becoming a member. Thank you.
Then she gets ready and comes outside and works on material. I mean, she's always working on material. I gotta plug in there.
Okay, babe. The new members, can you guys? We have Michael Hernandez.
But it's obvious that he's probably just. I mean, I think it's just him trying to have content. And as far as the vet bashing goes, like, I'm a veteran. I'm a combat veteran, 2-time combat veteran, and there's whole channels and laws dedicated.
I showed them that while ago.
To people, um, making false claims about their military service, either lying about what happened during their military service, or lying about being in the military. Period.
You want to come see it so they can hear you, baby?
Man, I'm trying to get this air set. They can't hear me.
I don't know if they can or not, but
I bet they can because it's directional mic. But anyways, there's whole channels dedicated to. I gotta get a hat. My hair's gonna stay jacked up all the time.
You're fine, baby.
There's whole channels dedicated to what's it called?
Stolen Valor.
Stolen Valor. Yeah, and that's people either lying about their military service, lying about what happened, and people lying about being in the military. So as far as like questioning his service, I mean, I think we have every right, and everybody as American has every right.
That's what I think.
That's my opinion, and I'm a 2-time combat veteran, so I definitely feel like I have the right to question.
I have a question. So the other night when I did do the stream, and I was like, I don't know if I believe it. Like, I don't know. Someone said, well, and this is what gets me even more, that people say, I don't have the right to question if Uni Rock is a vet, but then they question whether or not Sean is, which I'm fine with it. I don't mind. But it's like, so I don't have the right to say, is he? But you can question whether or not my husband is. So don't be a hypocrite. Literally that night when I was live, somebody came in mad that I questioned it, and then said, well, how would you feel if I questioned whether or not Sean was? And
Which I don't care.
I said, I don't care.
Don't bother me one bit. You can question, my military service all day long. I got paperwork to prove it.
But that's what I said. I said, well, I don't care, but I could prove it in a matter of minutes. And I did. I got over on Sean's Facebook, and I showed you guys all kind of photos of him in the military, standing on mountains in, was that a mountain in Afghanistan? Iraq? Afghanistan. Like, around the little fire, cooking food with other military men, him in basic training. I showed you guys pictures of him and his brother, who was also in the military. So I was like, I wouldn't care because it would be easy for me to prove, so I really wouldn't care. And then they said, that don't look like Sean. And I'm like, well, I mean, it was 10 years ago. So he's grown a beard, I mean, he hasn't aged that much. It's definitely, somebody said, how do I know that's even Sean? And I said, well, if you have been here to my channel enough, you've seen him and you'll know that this is definitely his face. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't look like him. So this person proceeded to question whether or not my husband was in the military while telling me I didn't have the right to question whether or not Unirock was in the military. And I'm like, are we crazy? Like, does this make sense? Like, either you think it's okay or you don't. Either you're like, I'm okay with you questioning it. I'm okay with somebody. And like I said this the other day, I think every American citizen believes, I believe that every American citizen has the right to say, are they really in the military?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people out there lying. I mean, that's why when you go and somebody's going to give you a military discount, they want you to show your military ID because there's so many people out there lying about their service. And I don't know if he is or not, but I know that.
I did have somebody reach out to me saying that they have seen proof that he is.
Well, no, I believe
so I can
that
appreciate that.
I do believe that he was that he joined the military. Okay. Now, I don't know what happened after that. I mean, I know a lot of people might. I knew that was going to happen. Hold on.
Will you bring me some vegetable soup?
Yeah.
Kennedy's calling for her daddy. But so I did have somebody reach out to me and say, hey, I've seen proof that he is. And I'm like, oh, well, now I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, okay. And it doesn't, to me, it's not a big deal. And the only reason I ever even brought it up was because when he went on Molly's panel, he said that he was in a coma and that he was medevaced out of like Iraq or something. And I was just shocked because I never heard that story. I'd never heard that story, and I have known of Unirock since 2019, and I had heard since 2019 that he was a disabled vet. Which, thank you, I appreciate you for your service. So when I heard that story over the fact that I had never heard like all the time that I've known him, I had never heard of that story. I asked, I said, "You guys, anybody else has been here like for a while? Have y'all heard this story?" And other people was like, "No, I've been here since 2019. I've been here since before 2019. I've been here for a year." And I mean, I had people telling me they heard a story about a hip, a story about, an injured knee. So then it really made me question even. So then I was really like, okay, so you heard a story about an injured hip. You heard a story about a knee. I had somebody else tell me that they heard a story about a knee. So then obviously, when people that's been around is saying they've heard XYZ and it's different than what you just heard, obviously you're like, okay, well, now I'm really questioning. So that's what it was. It was not me bashing him as a veteran. As a veteran, thank you for being a veteran. As a human being, as a creator on YouTube who goes after me constantly, I don't like you. I don't respect you. I don't appreciate what you do. I don't appreciate that you take the time out of your life to attack someone who's literally done nothing to you. When he first started attacking me, I had never even had a conversation with this man. He had messaged me one time saying, "Hey, this is Uni Rock. I would like to talk to you to hear your side of the story of what happened between you and Cate. Can you call me on my office phone?" And I said, "I will. My husband is about to get home. I want to talk to him because he's been gone working, and then I'll call you later." Before I knew it, he was on a live. Him and Steve busted up, and he was going after me and Steve. So I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not talking to you now because you have a falling out with this man who was our mutual person that kind of connected to me. The person that connected me in uni was Steve. So just because he and Steve fall out, he immediately goes on the attack to me too. So that made me lose respect for him because I'm like, you haven't never talked to me. So the fact that you're going to attack me now because you and him are not friends anymore doesn't make sense to me. And now I don't want to talk to you. So I don't like that. Okay, Cece. Cece, I had a dream that we met up, like all the mods, and you had dirty feet for some reason. And I know what the reason was. Is because when I talked to you yesterday, you said that you and your man was going to get mani-pedis. So I think that's the reason why I dreamed that you had dirty feet. It was so funny. Um, I've been trying to get myself in the bath this whole. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't even understand how people lied until I got on YouTube. I mean, we got people in this community lying about babies, pregnancies. Yo, we had a woman who said she was pregnant for about a year. For about a year. Her subscribers was sending her money, baby clothes. They was gonna do a baby shower. I mean, for a year, she said she was pregnant. Finally, people was like, okay, she's not gaining any weight. She's not an elephant. So why has she been pregnant for a year? You know, and then finally, her and her husband got into it, and he outed her as well. What happened was people really started questioning her, really, because she'd been pregnant so long, and then she faked having the baby. Um, Her husband made a post. She had the baby. They would start going live again, saying that the baby was asleep and stuff. And then it finally, him and his wife got into it, and he finally outed her and said she lied, that she really didn't have a baby. Um, you know? So, I mean, come on. We've had people lie about all kind of things. So, I mean, to just say, I don't know if I believe it is not bashing this man. I've said before, if he is, I appreciate him for his service. But that doesn't mean I can't call him a doo-doo head as far as the type of person that he is on his YouTube channel. You know? Why would you do that though? That's some crazy stuff. What did I say that I would do? I don't even remember. Why would you lie about being pregnant? Money, I think. I think for money. Because they had people that would donate money to them. I mean, one time she held up like a baby doll outfit, I was like, this is baby's first outfit. And it was literally, and everybody's like, that's a baby doll outfit. Like, what? Yeah. My high school friend was pregnant for over a year until she finally gave birth, like 2.5 years later, after she finally tricked her boyfriend and got her. Wow, that's crazy. Um, People lie for donations. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that was her reasoning behind it. Um, I, I don't know. But one thing that I want to say, the night you were live, you did not outright say that he isn't. You were just not sure. Right. You never said that he was not. Exactly. I never said that he wasn't. I never said he is not. I just said, I don't believe it. Like, I don't know if I believe it. I'm wondering because I know that he lies. So it's sad because he does these lies, he lies. And then his people come to my channel in the comment section and leave ridiculous comments. Let me see if I can find one of them. I think I might have actually deleted it. Or actually, no, I didn't. I literally had someone say, "So you like to vet bash?" And I'm like, no. See, this is kind of crazy. I don't understand comments. I did a video the other day. Teen Mom fans worry that Leah Messer is spiraling after breakup with fiance. That's sad that you would make a headline as such. Unsubscribe. Literally, the video was because a ton of fans were worried that Leah was spiraling after her and Jalen broke up. What's bad about that title? I don't get comments sometimes, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. Um, uh, I'm trying to find that particular comment where literally and they don't know the truth. They listen to Unirock, hearing him say that I'm vet bashing him. So then they come over to my channel. Oh, you like vet bashing people? La da 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 da. And I'm like, no. Or they hear him say that I'm striking his channel, and then that could push them to strike my channel. I did respond to it, and I think I was, as nice as I could be. It irritated me because I'm like, they can at least go watch the video to see if that's exactly what happened. Um, because it's not. And I'm like, why do that? Why listen to him? And then rather than coming to listen to what I actually said and how I actually meant it, just taking his word and then coming over here and commenting something. Because then it makes you look ridiculous, you know? I can't find, I don't think I deleted it because I usually try, especially if I respond. Like this person here commented on my video about Quinton Simon from like last week. My video about Quinton Simon last week, right? Somebody commented on it 2 days ago saying Leilani didn't put out. They found Quinton. They said K9 found scent. They're not searching this weekend, basically because they found him. Please stop putting out false info. Who's putting out the false info? You just did by saying they found him and that's why they're not searching for him. Like it's wild. It's wild. Some of these comments on here are pretty wild. I definitely responded to it, so I know it's here somewhere, but I just can't find it. I wouldn't have deleted it. I've seen several comments that I've passed of people being like rude. Um, that I'm not. One time I actually went through the video, the comments that I delete because somebody I got accused of deleting every comment that disagreed with me. So not too long ago, I actually went through the comments that I deleted because I'm like, yeah, I literally rarely delete comments, and literally there was like hardly any deleted comments, like a handful in like the past 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But that is one thing that irritates me is people hear that and they run over here and they're like, "How dare you vet bash him? You're the type that likes to vet bash, huh?" And I'm like, "No, actually I don't. Actually I wouldn't. Actually I just question, and because I've known that he's lied on me. I mean, it's one thing for you to be like, yeah, he's a liar. But when this person has specifically lied on you, then you know for sure, without a doubt, he is a liar. He is 1,000% a liar. So then you got even more reason to question things, you know, when someone's lied on you. Thank you, my love.
Let's see how long.
Kennedy.
get away with being in here. She said she's ready for bed again. She went and lay back down.
She went and lay back down.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was talking about as far as him being a vet and his service, I mean, what I heard he said, I didn't see it for myself, but was that he was like knocked unconscious in Iraq or something like that.
Medevaced out, went to
Medevaced out, and that's the first time I've ever heard him say that. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I know a lot of people lie about their military service, and that I feel like if anybody has a right to question it, it would be me and you, because you were married to me when I was deployed to Afghanistan, and I was on the front lines in Iraq and Afghanistan. So we personally know people. I had friends that died. I had friends that were medevac, friends that lost arms, legs, eyes, paralyzed. One guy that I knew for a long time, he's, I guess, in a vegetable state almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's in a wheelchair, but he's like tons
His
of
wife
massive amounts of brain damage.
His wife takes care of him.
I think he might be able to barely drive his wheelchair and barely talk. And then I have lots of friends that I've lost after the deployment from, you know, drug overdoses.
Stokely, you lost while there.
Yeah, Stokely was my friend, and I lost him in Iraq. You know, I lost a bunch of friends, and afterwards I lost even more from
the past few months. You have
from the after effects of war and being exposed to combat. You know, I've lost a lot of friends due to that. You know, through them taking their own lives or drug overdose. So here's the thing: if somebody's, you know, saying XYZ about their military service, you know, and it doesn't really sound like it's adding up to me, I will call them out. I will question them. I think that's only fair to the veterans that did serve on the front lines, and you know, I'm not taking away from any veteran that didn't serve on the front lines and was, you know, admin or personnel or finance or whatever. You know, they did go to a war zone. They were deployed, you know, to a place where mortar fire came in, you know, and they could have died. And so I'm not taking away from that, but when people claim to have certain amounts of combat experience, you know, I do like to verify that, or just at least question them to where, you know, to make sure that they are telling the truth, because I do feel like it takes away from us that were there, and it takes away from the people that were lost, and it takes away from the people that were wounded. So she knew buddies of mine that that were killed, that were seriously wounded, that, you know, she knew them before we deployed, and then she saw them when we came back, or when they were there to greet us if they were still alive, and she saw them in wheelchairs, and she was there right alongside me the whole time, you know, while I was deployed, and she knew what was going on with my unit. So for anybody to sit back and say that, you know, and act like we don't have the right to question something that he said about his military service, if he's a, you know, I feel like anybody's got the right to question me about my military service.
And he can do one or two things. He can say, I don't need you to believe me because I don't give a...
I don't care. I mean, I really don't.
Or he could say, here's proof, which is what we did the other day when I was asked.
Which, honestly, if it would have been me, I probably would have just said, whatever. I don't care if you believe me or not, you know. It's not something that I walk around trying to force into other people's heads, you know, and make them believe that I'm a veteran, you know. I don't have to.
Would you want to take a channel down? Did I just spit that out?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Could you imagine
everybody's
if, say, Cate, I know,
pretty close.
Could you imagine, say, Cate would have said, I don't know if I believe that Leslie's husband is a vet. Could you imagine Sean trying to take Cate's channel down for that? Because she just said, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say I don't
Who
care.
would do that? What man would try to take down a woman's channel where she makes money to help provide for her family because my husband, he makes money. He is a vet. So he has money. He makes money, right?
I'm a disabled veteran. I mean, I have a check coming in every month because of disabilities. So,
And then I do this because I love doing this. And could you imagine a grown man getting so upset because someone said, I wonder, I just wonder, I don't know. Like, I've heard different stories now, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on. I don't know if I believe it. And then us trying to, that man trying to take the channel down because of that. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That is.
I don't know why anybody would care that much, honestly.
Yeah, why would anybody care that much?
But here's my thing. Maybe it's true. I don't know. As far as I knew, I didn't know that he deployed to Iraq. I thought he was in like way back before the deployment, but before we all deployed, before the war broke out. But I don't know. So you know, but I do feel like I have the right to question it.
Well, I think the reason why we didn't think he was combat veteran is because we had heard other things.
Yeah, we've heard from what I've been told. I mean, I don't watch him that much. I used to watch him every once in a while when he was, talking mad amounts of crap, and it just aggravated me. So, but to me, I don't know if it did or not, but it sounded like a story changed. So I mean, I definitely.
That's what I thought. Because I thought that I remembered something different. I even went back to people and asked people that had been around, like Steve. Steve is who I was connected to Unirock. And I'm like, Steve, what did you know? And me and Steve, we have our issues, okay? I don't talk to Steve. Like, we have our issues. We've had falling outs before. But I did message him and say, hey, do you remember? And he says, yeah, I just remember that it was like a knee injury, I believe. And then I talked to a few other people. I even talked to one of his ex-mods. And when I said that he said it was a coma, she was like, whoa, yeah, I've never heard that before. That is something I've never heard.
That's pretty crazy.
That his ex-mod.
Coma and medevaced out and everything. I mean, that's.
And your ex-mod didn't even know that? There was a mod for a while?
But here's the thing. Nobody was bashing vets for sure. That's just the way that it was to twist what people were doing to twist it to try to make it sound worse than what actually went on. So it's very dishonest for them to act like, when so many veterans, your husband's a veteran, and so many wives of veterans and families that are never going to be the same. Like, she knew him before, and then she knew him after, and for anybody to say that she was vet bashing because she questioned his service and like what went on with his service is absolutely ridiculous. But we wouldn't have a law called Stolen Valor if people didn't do that. It's a fact of life.
It does bother me how people's like, oh, don't do that. It's so, it's not a good look to do that, to question whether or not somebody's been a vet. And I'm like, be a sheep if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can be a sheep all day long and just believe everybody that says they're a vet. I personally know people that have lied about it. Like, I know somebody right off the bat that has lied about it.
There's a lot of people that
I personally know someone that lied about it.
Yeah, we both do. We know a couple people that went to basic and got hurt and then got medicaled out before they even made it through basic training, and now they lie about their military service. They say that they were in, when technically they were in, but they never really got out of basic training. They never made it to a unit, So that's kind of a, they talk like they were in the military, when in reality they were only in for a couple months. They couldn't make it through basic. They either got hurt and medically discharged, or they flipped out and they couldn't handle it and they got kicked out. So.
So it's just sad that people want to paint me as some terrible person, because the one thing that I did was questioned, and now he wants to take my channel down.
Why would we sit over here and bash any veterans, right?
Right, I have no idea.
Um, it's a big deal. It's a big difference between questioning somebody and bashing them, you know. And bashing veterans is like sitting back calling somebody a baby killer or something, you know. That's bashing veterans.
Yeah. And I think he's going to turn it into me bashing him as a person, as me bashing, but bashing him as the type of person that he is a lot different.
Yeah, there's no protected status because you were a veteran. You don't get this protected status where people can't talk about the things that you do that are shitty. You know, it's not like you can just you served. You know, when you were 18 years old, you didn't know what the hell you were gonna do, so you signed a piece of paper to the government and picked a job that looked cool and went off, and now nobody can ever talk about you again. No, that's not how it works. You know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, see, being baby Brooklyn, I mean, it's a common thing. I mean, I feel like a lot of people who don't make it all the way through basic really regret that decision, and a lot of them, I've seen several people lie about their service afterwards, and I feel like that's why me personally, I never would. Man, I could have lost a leg and broke my back, and I was still gonna make it through. Like I'm not, I would not leave nothing open like that in my life. And I feel like some people now there's legitimate reasons. There are people who legitimately, got hurt and couldn't continue on. But I actually got hurt and had a hard time making it through. I had a real hard time making it through. I was taking they prescribed me because this is what the army does. They prescribed 800 milligrams of Motrin. Um, and at the end of scout training, because I went to a program called OSUT, which is like basic and your scout training. Because I was a Cav scout. I did reconnaissance, and but anyways,
Yes, he did.
So like not long after we got there and we started our actual training, I think it was like week 3 or 4. We were doing a carry, fireman's carry, and the guy that I had to carry was massive, right? And I picked him up and I carried him the entire way. Well, then he had to turn around and carry me, and he was carrying me, and he tripped over something, and when we went down, it twisted my knee up so bad, and the entire time after that, I had just the worst pain in my knee. I went from being like one of the fastest runners there in Group A to like Group C, falling behind on our ruck marches. Like the last ruck march was like, man, they call it. I think it was 20 kilometers, but it was easily at least like 28, 27, 28 kilometers. I think we figured it out. They just call it the 28. I mean the 20 kilometers. But anyways, that's your last thing you do. You walk you go through this week of like scout training exercises, which is like really tough. You don't eat a lot. You don't get any sleep. You're getting attacked all the time by it's a big war game, and they test you on all the stuff that you've learned. And then at the very end, like 1 o'clock in the morning, when you've had no sleep, you load up your rucksack, you grab your weapon, and you start walking all the way back to the barracks. And you're like way out in the mountains of Kentucky, you know. And man, I remember like tears coming out of my eyes. Just I would throw back that bottle of ibuprofen, and I probably destroyed my liver.
I
But
hope not.
I took like, I mean, I don't know how many I took, but I was just in pain the entire time, and it's like 10 hours of walking at a good pace with a lot of weight. So I got hurt real bad, and my knee was messed up. It was jacked up, but I feel like people who end up getting out and they just leave an open chapter in their life. So, and a lot of them make up stuff about their military service, and when you actually were in it, I mean, when you actually were in, serious combat, you don't have to make up anything about it. Right? It's just is what it is. Actually, you're trying to figure out how to live after that, how to be normal.
And I do feel like any vet that I know will be like, yeah, I don't care if somebody questions it. I don't care. Like, I don't know one veteran that would mind if nobody on YouTube did one video saying, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that they're a vet. I don't know any man that would be bothered by that.
I don't know anybody either. I mean,
especially enough to
I really don't.
Try to take their channel down.
Most people that I serve with at this point in their life, they're just like,
okay,
whatever. We're all just trying to figure out
how to live life,
how to be how normal. To fit back in society.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
I don't want to say normal.
10, 15 years later, we're all still trying to figure it out. I talk to them every once in a while, and they ain't stressing about whether somebody's questioning whether they served or not. I mean, which whatever. It is what it is.
And I would think that would be okay with people. Like, I feel like veterans know that stolen valor is a thing. So also any veteran that I know would either not care or be fine with you questioning it. I mean, when you go to get that military discount at a hotel, and they say, I'm in the military. When they say, I need to see your military ID, they're not like, what? How dare you? How dare you? Somebody actually commented and said something about me constantly using military discounts. Yeah, you look like one of those that would constantly use your military discount. I'm like, I don't know if I ever have.
I never use a military discount.
Like, I literally don't know if we ever have.
I think the only thing
one time we went on base.
I think
and bought like some furniture from like the.
I think the VX.
You don't pay taxes. It's like one time for Christmas or something.
Yeah, I think maybe for like my phone bill, AT&T.
Yeah.
I think I told him I was a veteran because we have a lot of phones.
Well, and too, when you were deployed, we put your phone on a suspension.
Oh yeah.
And they had packages that if your spouse is deployed, they can suspend your phone, and you're not like penalized or anything like that for it. So I had to send in proof. We wasn't bothered. We wasn't like, oh, how dare you question it? You're just supposed to believe us. I don't know any veteran that would be bothered.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all ever get a chance, like, look up Stolen Valor on YouTube and see how many videos.
Oh, I did a while ago.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you got people walking around that look like a just soup sandwich. I mean, just their uniform is so jacked up, like nothing's in the right spot, and they trying to pass off as military. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand that. If you want to be in the military so bad, join up. They're always hiring. But yeah, I'm not above using a military discount, but I don't like walking around saying, hey, you got a military discount? I feel like that's so corny.
Well, yeah, I'm not above it either. Yeah. But for somebody to comment on my channel saying, yeah, you look like one of those that would constantly be using your military, I responded and said, well, first off, if I wanted to every single time, I'm entitled to.
Yeah.
If I wanted to use that discount every time, that is my right to use.
For real. I mean, she went through hell while I was deployed. Like, it wasn't just us going through hell. For the faithful wives that were sticking by their man and standing by their husband, they went through hell, man. I couldn't imagine her leaving for an entire year and me not knowing what is going on with her, like, every minute. Like, she's fairly safe here, And, like, we talked on the phone a lot, but there were times where I had to tell her, like, hey, you're not going to hear from me for, like, a week. Like, we're going to go do some shit, you know.
Don't watch the news.
Yeah, don't watch the news. Or like there were other times that like bad things happened and they would put us on a communication blackout. So before we could even call home and say, "Hey, I'm okay," we're on a communication blackout and it's all over the news that there's some bad stuff going on in Afghanistan, you know? So like wives go through hell back home. Families go through hell back home, you know? Or I guess husbands that are married to women in the military, but I speak from my perspective, and I was in an all male unit, so it was mainly wives, but that gives her the right to use a military discount if she wants. I mean, she wanted to walk around everywhere saying, "Hey, my husband's a veteran. I have a military. Do you have a military discount?" That's her right. And she married me knowing that I was leaving. She married me knowing.
When we started dating, he already had a date that he was going to be leaving.
Yeah, I had already been stop loss. I had gotten orders, and well, not when we started dating. I wasn't stop loss then.
No,
it was when we decided to get married, because it wasn't when we decided to get married. We had a big wedding planned, and then I got stop loss and was told that I had to deploy with this unit a couple months later, right? So we had to push our wedding up and just have like a little shotgun wedding. But yeah, I mean, I have massive amounts of respect for any woman that stood by their husband through a military career.
Because some didn't.
Most don't.
I mean, they come back and some of their wives have ran off with.
Man, I've seen when we came back from Iraq in 2006. I was literally traumatized by what went on with people's wives when they came home. I mean, there were guys in our battalion, in our brigade, that came home and like ended up killing their wife because their wife had like been cheating on them and done spent all the money that they saved up or were supposed to be saving. There were wives that like had another man living in the house. Their kids were calling this man daddy. Like, I mean, people.
Men come home with no money. Yeah. Mind you, worked for a year in war, getting paid thousands of dollars, but came home to nothing, no money, because their wife had been spending it.
Yeah, and their wife is living in the house on base, and if the wife calls and like reports that there's any kind of like she doesn't want her husband there or whatever, she gets the house. The husband has to move back in the barracks until they're finally divorced. Your dependents get the house on base. You have to move into the barracks. So there were people that were like 30 years old, been married for a while. They come home. They can't even go back to their house. Their wife who's not in the military is living on base with another man who isn't in the military or who might be in the military, but and they have to go live with a bunch of younger 20-year-olds that just joined the military
after they're in the middle of them going through a divorce.
I remember driving down the main strip on the base that I was on, and it was like 6:30 in the morning. The sun had just come out, and there was people. I saw like 3 or 4 people just passed out on the side of the road drunk. Cops, the MPs were going through picking up people like off the side of the road. It was that bad. There was tons of people, tons of drinking. People were just messed up, man. Messed up. I think there was like 2 or 3 people that killed their wife. I didn't know anybody personally, but in our brigade, which is several thousand people. So, but I mean, it was bad. It was real bad. There was no kind of transition back then either, and there was no. I mean, you got like a couple briefs. They're like, hey, don't kill yourself, don't go home and kill anybody, and you like go from being in a pretty wild combat zone.
What a talk. Hey, don't kill yourself,
Yeah.
please.
Go from being in a pretty wild combat zone to being thrown back home, you know. And then, you know, one day you're getting shot at, and then a couple weeks later, you're back home trying to deal with your wife who's been cheating on you the entire time, you know. And you're just finding it out. It's terrible, man. Terrible. And what was even worse was there were women that would do that to 2 or 3 men.
What are they called?
I don't know.
Dog tag chasers or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they would like meet some young dude who just joined the army and fall in love, and then she would have a kid by him or something like that. Guaranteed child support from the military, and then she would, you know, he would deploy. She would do whatever the heck she wanted to do. I mean, I don't know. I could go on for days about the horror stories that went on. It was terrible, man. Terrible. You almost expect it too. That's what's messed up. Is when you make a deployment and you're married, it happens so much. We had a 70% divorce rate when we came back from Iraq. 70% of all the people in my company, which is like 100 people, got a divorce. Like within a year. I don't remember how long it was, but it was terrible. And so later on, you almost expect it. You know, it's so bad. You see it happen so much that you almost expect it. You're like, when you do get married and you make a deployment, you're like, yeah, probably gonna come home to nothing. And my wife cheating on me, you know, because it just traumatizes you from seeing this happen to so many people. I've seen dudes just sit there like suicidal because of what is going on at home. They're in a war zone, and they're literally in the worst point of their life, mentally not okay. Man, there were people on the big fobs. I didn't know anybody that this happened, but there were a lot of people who took their own life in the porta johns on those big fobs. Like it was bad. I mean, you would hear like another person from whatever unit, you know, took their life on fob whatever in Iraq, and I mean, it just blew my mind. But anyways, I mean, I've been ranting about that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I don't want to go on and on about it. It's always been something that has like.
I love hearing you talk.
I was young, you know, I was real young, and I just was like, that was my introduction to the world, you know, Iraq, and then coming back and seeing people lose it mentally and beg for another deployment to get out of here, you know, to go back to Iraq where they didn't have to deal with any of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew guys that like literally did not want to come home at all. They would make 4 or 5 deployments. As soon as they got home, they'd be transferring to another unit that was about to deploy.
Right. I have a few things I want to say. Okay, somebody asked a question a while ago and said, what happens if if a girl is pregnant by a soldier and they don't get married and she is pregnant, what happens? As far as what? Like he pays child support. I mean, she don't get like alimony or anything like that. She don't get any of his benefits.
She don't get to move on base or nothing. Mm-mm. You have to be married.
And okay, something else that I wanted to add. You know, like I said, we had someone in this community that faked a pregnancy for a year, faked having the baby. This woman faked having the baby. I mean, we have somebody else that's faking all kind of stuff right now. I'm not gonna mention her name, but she's lied about her jobs. She's lied about custody of her children. She's lied about so much, and she's getting caught in it. I've never even talked about this person before, but a lot of you people may know who I'm talking about. Don't say her name. I don't want nothing to do with her. But, you know, back before this happened, would it be okay to question whether or not a woman was really pregnant? Because when they were questioning this girl, that it had been 8 months into it and her due date changed. Well, I'm due around Thanksgiving. I'm due right before Halloween. I'm due around Thanksgiving. Oh, Christmas time, and then people started saying, she ain't pregnant. Are you really pregnant? It was, how dare you question her? How dare you question whether or not she's pregnant? No, you got to do it over here, baby. How dare you question whether or not she's pregnant? That's not okay to question whether or not she's pregnant, But then look what happened. I think it's okay. Yes, someone faked a pregnancy. Yes, for a year, for like a year. And then they faked having the baby. They said they had it. And they got monetary they got donations. They monetary gain from their subs donating. They got diapers sent to them. This is my husband. They got all kind of things. And it was like, we should never question whether or not a woman's really pregnant. Here's the thing, people lie. It's what it is. The world is full of liars. If the world wasn't full of liars, then I could somewhat see how dare us question. But unfortunately, people lie about all kind of things. So, yes, I absolutely questioned it because from my understanding, the story had changed. So I was like, But I did not vet bash him. I would never vet bash him. As a vet, I appreciate that he's a vet. As a human that has over 30 videos about me, attacking me during the worst times of my life, losing my nephew, false arrest, mind you, I was falsely arrested December 3rd. 3 weeks. First off, I was falsely, my nephew passed away December 3rd. My husband got sick. I got sick. Our entire family got sick within that week of my nephew passing away. We were so ill because we had COVID. But we didn't know that we had COVID. And then, almost exactly 3 weeks after my nephew passed away, I was falsely arrested and had to spend the night in jail. And guess what happened? Unirock attacked me. He attacked me, saying that I faked screenshots about saying good about my nephew passing, to blame it on another creator. So is that okay? Is that okay to accuse me of something that has absolutely nothing to do with anything? My nephew passing is nobody on YouTube's business if they want to talk about it in a negative way. And Unirock made money off these videos. He made money off videos about my nephew and screenshots related to my nephew. He profited off that. What kind of person is that? To profit off someone that you hate and accusing them of faking screenshots, and just to keep on and keep on. And he's attacking me this whole time. Me and my sister, literally, we discussed this way back when. She was like, I don't even like opening my YouTube app. I was like, me neither. Every time I do, I see a video about me, about the screenshots, about whether or not somebody really said good about him passing. And we asked him to stop. We was like, can you please stop talking about our nephew, her son, my nephew. Did he? Oh, no, he didn't. But I'm bad because I questioned whether or not he was military. I don't think so. Yeah, Jazzies. I literally counted a while ago, kind of really quickly, like how many videos he's done about me. And it was like, 20 something on one channel and I think 13 on the other one. And I just went back like the past year maybe. And this man's going to report me and try to take my channel down. But I have 2 videos about him. Now 3, Like, how hypocritical is that? To try to take someone down who leaves you alone. I don't mess with him. The only time I've ever messed with him is in reference to responding to him, but most of the time I don't even do that.
Yeah, really, we probably spent too much time even talking about him. He's just...
Thank you, Running Grey Wolf. Wait. Now I'm getting freaked out, Elle. Do I need to stop talking to people on this chat? Oh, I don't think so. Why would you need to stop talking to people on this chat?
This dude, I mean, really, he's just not even worth people's time, you know. Whatever. He can say whatever he wants to. He can say whatever he wants to about me, about you, whatever. I don't care. I mean, he can talk, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like I'll ever catch him in person.
You know what he said? He said I should meet him in, where does he live? Virginia? He literally was like, yes, she should come meet me in Virginia at the VA. That's kind of weird for you to be inviting me to meet up with you. I'm married, Uni. Like, that's weird. Well, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? What's your intent there? Did he is trying to take my channel down, Lacey. He literally made a post saying that he was reporting me and trying to take my channel down because I vet bashed him. Which is not true. I did not vet bash him. And then he did a video saying that I struck him, but I did not. He's telling people that I struck him because he used my real name. I use my real name now.
He's just he's struggling for content.
He's struggling for content, exactly. And he's been talking about Molly for too long now. It's probably losing.
We probably shouldn't even entertain it, honestly, because the more we entertain it, the more you entertain it, the more attention he's going to get. So.
Well, the only reason I wanted to address this one
is to clear your name.
Is to clear my name. To say I did not strike him. I was legit called racist today. I'm not shocked. People.
Who called you racist?
People on this. I mean, she's an SC by subscriber. She said she was called racist today. I'm really not shocked. Before Cate even knew me, the first time we had like a falling out, she told somebody I was racist, and I was like, "What? She don't even know me." So my 11-year-old still mocks orders from when he was born from TLC Brigade. I hope he never has actual orders, honestly. That's what I said. I'm like, prove that I struck you, because you can't. You cannot, because I didn't. I wouldn't have. If I was going to strike somebody for using my real name, it would have been when I was trying not to. When I was telling people, please stop using my real name. Please stop using my real name. Please stop using. If I even knew that you could do that. I didn't even know that you could do that.
That's the whole thing, though. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. He's just wanting content. So, you know, what else can he think of and say? You know, I'm sure he'll come back with something else tomorrow or the next day. He'll think up something to say that will, you know, that you, maybe to get you to defend yourself, you know. And so I think really at this point that, you know, just ignore him. He's like, man, if it was like a big YouTuber like PewDiePie or something, then yeah, you know, clear your name by all means, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep clearing your name for his wild accusations, then you're just, you know, I think we're going to be feeding him content, which is what he wants. If we don't, then maybe he'll find somebody else to lie about.
You know, one thing that we know with Unirock is his regular content doesn't carry him. It doesn't carry his channel. Like, when you look at his channel, the only videos that do decent is his videos about other creators. When you really look at it. And we'll look at it really quickly, and I'll go over them. And I did this with you guys last time. But this is why he does this. This is why he wants to be fighting with other creators. This is why he wants to go after other creators, because he doesn't get decent views on his regular content. As you guys see here, NGL loses it. Elle Bee, Leslie Bass strikes me. That's got 3,000 views yesterday. Molly, you going inside, baby?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming. All right. Here, baby.
I'm gonna go play Tarkov, I guess, with the
Okay, baby. My money's on your husband. He would take it. Girl, he invited Uni to meet up one time. Uni's trying to invite me to meet up. Well, why didn't he meet up with my husband back in 2020 when my husband offered it? When Sean was like, hey, you know, you want to meet up and we can talk? Uni didn't want to meet up, but now Uni's wanting me to meet up with him? I don't think so. So Molly Golightly and Elle Bee vet bashed me like crazy. What? That was so... For the fact that he could say like crazy when I didn't even vet bash him is wild, is crazy. 2.8 thousand 3 days ago. Molly Golightly and 4 others. It's done. My report. So that was 5 days ago. 5 days ago. 5 days ago. 3.1 thousand. So he reported me 5 days ago. So far, nothing. I'll let you guys know if I hear anything from YouTube. Need help. Top 10 things. Molly Golightly. 2.6 views. 2.6K. This is a game. New game. Tarkov Killer. 646 views. 646 views. So this is one of his, videos, not about another creator. 600 views. He can't even get 1,000 on that one. Molly Golightly goes full naked, showing. Did Molly go full naked? Did she throw a boob out, or did she go full naked? Because I didn't know she went full naked. I thought she just threw a boob out. So 4.3 thousand views. 7M reached out, which they did not reach out to him. He lied. They reached out to Nate the lawyer. Our Nate the lawyer said that someone connected to 7M reached out to him. They did not reach out to Unirock, so that was lying. I have the info. 1.5K. Without a Crystal Ball wins against Todd Chrisley, 2.3K. Molly Golightly, 3.3K. Marvin Letitia fundraiser, which is about Molly again, 3.4K. Nate versus Boozy, LawTube, YouTubers, and Molly. She's on that one too. 3.2K. Finishing up some Molly Golightly, 3.2K. Now let's move it down a little bit. Finishing up some Molly Golightly at the bottom, 1.9. Right versus Wrong, Molly Golightly fundraiser, 3.8. Dre and police report that just hit YouTube, 3.2K. Molly denies Letitia summons, 4.3K. MGL goes full evil, which is Molly. 2.6K. Molly, 4.4. I mean, this man, so far, we are a month ago, and he has not covered, he's only done one video that wasn't about other creators. He attacks creators. This channel is a channel that attacks other creators. And I heard YouTube is changing their terms of services where you can't attack people basically. I think that's what I heard. Candy, what do we hear? And I'm hoping it will keep creators from attacking people. And if so, he might be SOL. So he is literally, so far we're a month back, and every one of his videos, with the exception of one, is about other creators. Now let's go down a little bit. Molly Golightly Super Dogs, 2K. If you have clips relating to recent drama, which one is this one? Recent bad stuff against you, here's what we're doing. Yep, Molly Golightly and Elle Bee. It's right there in the title. There we go, down there. Molly Golightly and Elle Bee have both taken shots at me for days now. What? Literally, I did one video about you on September 5th and this on September 22nd. For days? No, you are the one that's doing for days. All right, so once again, if you have clips, Drama does, we present this timeline. 2K, 2.9, Molly Golightly, Vet Bashes Me, Elle Bee, 5.4K. Resorting to vet bashing, gaming, 2.7. Molly Golightly stole my subs, 5.8. Molly Golightly talked to me, 6.1. Molly Golightly meltdown. Oh, and notice, if you guys notice, 9K, 6K. But the longer it goes on, it does seem like it's starting to dwindle a little bit. It seems like it's dwindling a little bit. Molly Golightly responded, 4.3. Molly Golightly something, and my face is on that one, so I'm on that one too. 5.3. Molly Golightly fundraiser. 4. Molly Golightly Letitia, 4.9. Is that 4.9? Yeah. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so I can get the whole picture in there. So you guys, I don't have to keep I mean, right now, where are we at now? Still a month. Molly Go Lightly, 4.1. Molly Go Lightly, 4.5. Kelly Rodney found. Molly Go Lightly flips, 4.7. Kelly Rodney found, 1K. And that was the Kelly Rodney story was a pretty big story. And even on that one, he only got 1K. Like most people covering Kelly Rodney got like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000, you know? Molly Go Lightly, what happens? 5.8. Letitia, Rumored Lawyers, 3.6. Molly's on the side, so I know Molly's in there. Molly Go Lightly bails on Letitia. 6.9. Info on filing reports on fundraiser of Molly. 4.8. Molly Go Lightly made 8,000 off Marvin. He first put 80,000, but then he changed it to 8,000. When everybody was like, "What? She didn't make 80,000." So he went and changed it to 8. So if that don't tell you there that that's some fakery, because why would he say 80 and then just change it to 8? Like, what was the actual number? Do you not know? He doesn't know. No, he cannot create his own content. That's the thing, is he cannot create his own content. Letitia turns on Molly Go Lightly. 8.4. Molly Go Lightly and Letitia must show. 7.3. Molly Go Lightly claims you all got your refund. 6.1. Molly Go, without a crystal ball, Molly Go Lightly, Elle Bee, Leslie Bass, 4.1. Molly Go Lightly, Elle Bee. Now look at this. Look at how many times we've already heard my name. This is 2 in a row. I mean, so far we're probably up to 8 now, and we're at 2 months ago. Molly Go Lightly, Elle Bee, Leslie Bass, Justice for All, 5.7. Board Yacht Club exposed. This is him playing his game. 609, 609, playing his game. DSP WWE Championship admissions. So this is him playing a game. And then Molly Go Lightly info somewhere in there, 575. Stray Play as a Cat game, 238. Deaf Noodles Marilyn Manson issues develops, 750. Deaf Noodles, 180. I'm on Deaf Noodles Twitter space, 684. We need to address Red's rhetoric, 1K, which is, I think he's a YouTuber as well, or he's friends with some YouTubers that Unirock isn't friends with. DSP caught 100% WWE Championship, Will Smith, 483. Netflix Marilyn Monroe, 2.1. I'm actually proud of him. Good job. Good job. Go ahead and hop in the bath, Sophie. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this long. I'm going to be shutting it down in just a little bit as well. But I really wanted to prove, like, this is one video where this was his own content. And he actually got over 600 views. Like, the only one, you know. Marilyn Manson lawsuit, 400. Without a crystal ball, ex-moderator tells all, 2.6. McBoomer cries on stream for donos, 809. New apocalypse demand for Amber. That's his game, I think. 634. Best meme ever of Johnny Depp trial, 266. Law Tube Exploder, Keeples Drama, 432 views. Reddit and Twitter ban, 363 views. I'm smarter than you and more educated than you, 383 views. Ripaverse, 558. You wouldn't believe me if I told you KJ doxed Molly, 540 views. Legal Bites, 755. Game of Thrones, 393. EFT, Wipe Unirock and Menace Escape from Tarkov, 124. So if you guys see the pattern here, this is why Unirock talks about other creators. He cannot carry his channel without attacking people. If he tries to do his own content, he may get 500 views. He may get 600 views. And it's a slim possibility that he might get 1,000. But he ain't getting no 5,000 on anything to do with his regular smegular content. The only time he might get 5, 6K is if he's talking about me, Molly, Cate, another creator. So that's why he does this. And that in itself is scamming, if you ask me. If you ask me, seeing that the only way that you can carry your channel is to attack other creators by calling them scammers, so you continue attacking other creators and you make up lies so you can continue attacking them, that's a scam to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, what? Cover your Unirock. Leave me alone. cover your own content. I didn't vet bash you. I appreciate you for your service. Someone told me that they did verify that you were a vet. So, okay, I'll take their word for it. Thank you. But for anything else other than your service, for the type of person that you are on your channel and the things that you have done to me, especially after I lost my nephew, when my entire family was dealing with COVID, when I was falsely arrested, when my channel was down, for all those things, you are a douche lord. You have talked about me time and time again just over the past 6 months. You have many videos just over the past 6 months. I have now 3. One was doing a live reaction to a video that someone else done about you. And then one was me doing a live reaction to you on Molly's panel, facing Molly and Justin, where you lied and just your balls just dropped and evaporated into thin air, because all these things that you have been saying in your thumbnails and on your videos, I didn't say that. I never said that. No, it's a misunderstanding. I like you guys. They even thank you, Michael, so much for hanging out with us. Goose even told Uni, I can prove to you that Letitia refunded everyone that requested a refund. I have the proof. Do you want me to send it to you? And Uni Rock said no. Oh, no, that's okay. I believe you. But then right after that, went right back to saying that Miss Letitia didn't refund anybody. So yeah, I did a live reaction to that because I thought it was wild. And then I'm doing this one to address the fact that you're lying on me, saying that I struck you, and the fact that you're lying on me, saying I vet bashed you. So I'm addressing that, but that's it. That's it. As far as anything else, I'm done. Show the proof where I vet bashed you. Show the proof where I struck you. You have the option to file an appeal if I struck your channel. File the appeal. Put it on your channel. Say, here is where she struck me. Here it is. She struck me. Here's my appeal. Let's see what happens. It's been 5 days since he reported my channel. If anything happens, you guys might want to follow me on my social media platforms, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook account, because if for some reason I disappear, the only way you'll know is if you see me on my other social media account saying, hey guys, so I was kicked off Twitter and now I'm going to have to fight this. And I will. Let me tell you something. My husband is a veteran and he makes money, but I enjoy doing this and it makes money for my family as well. I'm a mother with 6 children with a husband that is a disabled veteran. Take my ability to not use this platform to make money for my family, take that away from me, and I swear it's not a threat. I've never wanted to waste money on suing anybody, but I swear if he takes my channel down by mass reporting me or lying on me, I will appeal it, and then I will sue him. I will, because that is not okay. When people of the likes of Katie Joy and Unirock has done video after video after video after video lying on me and attacking me. But I make a video saying, I wonder, I don't know if I believe it. This man accused me of making text messages about my nephew. No, Paige, I don't. So he is claiming that I vet bashed him. And he is reporting my channel. And he said he's trying to take my channel down. So I really don't know what effect it would have. I mean, if YouTube said okay, they may issue like a community guidelines violation maybe, which I would fight that. But if his people decide, well, we're going to report her too, and I mass flag like I was before, then I could get shut down for some time, or I could potentially get shut down forever. I don't know. But it's happened before. I was mass flagged before, and my channel went down. So if his people are like, okay, yeah, we're gonna mass report it, it could take it down for some time, or I don't know what the outcome of that could be. So you guys, please follow me on my social media accounts. My Twitter is the one that I'm probably the most active on. So obviously, if I go down, I do have a backup channel, and I'll put it in the comment section. I do have a backup channel. Now, I need to delete all the videos off there. Because that's when I was like unsure of what I wanted that channel to be, and I was doing different things. But there's that channel. Go, subscribe to it just in case. But it's been 5 days, and usually YouTube, if they're gonna do something, if you like, I know when I request a review for like a video that's like limited ads, within like 2 days they've approved it or not approved it. So I think 5 days, if nothing's happened, nothing probably will happen, which is great. I'm gonna give it a month, and I can sit on my channel and say, didn't work, did it? But I don't want to speak too soon, because I have heard that that side over there knows how to. They have bots. They know how to like buy bots to mass flag and stuff. I've heard that before. So real quick, my Ipsy bag, and then we'll close this one out because it's late and I'm tired. Okay, so this is the Ipsy bag this month, you guys. Cute little Halloween bag. It has little skulls on it. It's got, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them now. Pumpkins, skulls, snakes. I don't like that. Witch's hat. Sorry, Justine, what happened? How can we help? Hey, Belinda. Well, Unity Rock is lying. He's telling people that I struck his channel. I did not. He's saying I struck it because he used my real name. That's not true. And then he admitted that he's trying to take my channel down by saying that I vet bashed him, which is not true. That did not happen. So this is Filter Out Anti-Pollution Face Primer, which my daughter was super excited about. I'm probably going to give this to her because she needs a good primer. It's Complex Culture, which is a really good brand. I love their brushes. I love their brushes. So super excited about that. Hydrate, prime, and neutralize pollution with this protective face primer. An antioxidant rich, barely there barrier to help shield skin from invisible stressors like free radicals and daily pollution. Create a long-lasting, pore-blurring base for everyday makeup that leaves skin feeling silky, nourished, and ready for the day ahead. Love that. This is Refresh Brightening Cleanser with turmeric. I don't remember what my bag was worth this month, but I love a good cleanser. I'm also a really big fan of the Melting Balm Butter, the Butter Balm that removes your makeup. It is so good. Because I have super dry skin, and it's literally like putting butter on your face, and it just melts and melts the makeup away. Hell no, girl, we got you. Thank you so much. Thank you. This, I'm super excited about this as well. Go follow my other channel just in case, and then follow my my social media accounts. So this is Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, and I always love getting anything from Fenty Beauty. This is a lip stain, which I'm actually wearing right now. It has kind of, I've been drinking some things, but look at that cute, like, look how cute is that? The little packaging is amazing. I love that. This is Uncuffed. Now I'll put it on really quickly. I'm not much of a dark color, but I do like this. And I actually put it on a little heavy. Put it on a little heavy, but I had it on a while ago. Oh, and the top comes off like that if you really pull on it. I wasn't meaning to pull on it, but got that lippy too. Love this, love this. Probably more than likely I would go a little bit lighter or put like a clear gloss on it like this. This is Estee Lauder, a gloss, so I would probably top it with a gloss. What do you guys think about that? A gloss or no? I think a gloss. I really like glosses. And then I got, this is Dew of the Gods Under Eye Volumizing Collagen Pads. Mattifying. Yes, it is. But I just put a lip gloss on it, so. Alright, so this is really cool. It is these little iPads. So, does anyone else feel personally attacked by dark under eye circles? We do. We are Italians. So if I'm really tired, I can get those dark circles under my eyes. And then I love this. This is the last thing. This is something, I don't know how you pronounce this, but I love this packaging. I'm all for a cute packaging, you know. And it's a cream blush, and it looks really pale in there, but it is definitely a pink color. It doesn't look too pink from what I'm seeing on the camera, but it is a pink color, like really like pink. And I just recently discovered that I love cream products. So I ran out of my bronzer. I actually broke it on accident. I dropped it and it all broke. My Morphe bronzer that I've been using for so long. So I used one of Paris's bronzers, and she also had a cream blush. So I used both of them, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm loving the cream product. So I'm super excited that I got this. It looks tan on camera. Yeah, it's actually a light pink color. So I got the cream blush, some under eye patches, a cleanser, the primer, and the lip stain is what I got in my bag. So I love it. And then I got the cute little bag, of course. Oh, and one more thing I forgot. I got the hydro hair serum. So I got that as well. That was hiding in there. Hey, love. Hey, Jason. Yeah, honestly, like, if me for dry skin, powder is like, My other channel is the Bash Chat. I'll grab it and put it in there again. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this one out because we have literally been on for so long. And, I thank you guys for hanging out with me. We've had, at one point, I think we had almost 300 people in here. So thank you all so much. Tomorrow, we're going to be keeping up with the Quinton Simon case. If anything else breaks tomorrow, I'll go live as soon as we know something. I have a few streams planned for tomorrow. I got the Studio Makeup Hyaluronic Setting Powder. So you guys come hang out with me tomorrow. Go follow me on my social media accounts because I do post on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook before I go live. Also, if you are a member, please join the members Discord. Please join the members Discord because I also post in there before I go live, and I do try to be in there at times and talk when I can. I'm so sorry, Jason. It's 10:25 here, and I'm sleepy. I'm so sorry. I love matte hate gloss. I love a good gloss. Yeah, they started searching the landfill. Yes. But you guys come hang out with me tomorrow. Follow me on my other social media accounts. We're gonna wait this out and see what happens with Mr. Unirock over there trying to take somebody's channel down for no good reason at all. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.